Howdy TubeUbers, TJ Pyramid here. Today's video, well, I was thinking about the apocalypse, as I'm sure some people tend to do, and I just wanted to kind of dig out just a handful of movies that deal with the apocalypse in some sort, like it's oncoming or it's happened, and just kind of show some that some of you may have heard of, there may be some you may have not have heard of, but I definitely think they're all worth watching. They're all worth seeing. If you're fans of the more well-known apocalyptic films, then these are definitely going to be, right on that level with them. I really enjoy these films. I want to go ahead and start off with the first two that are really low-budget films. This one here is released by Anchor Bay, and that is The Collapsed. This is 82 minutes long. It was written, directed, and edited by Justin McConnell. This is really, really low budget. In the wake of the end of the world, a family of four desperately tries to survive. Their goal, escaping the city and traveling to the rural community they once called home. As the constant threat of violent death forces them to stay as far away from civilization as possible, they take to the forest, only to discover the danger posed by the others may be the least of their worries. This is just a really fun, well done apocalyptic film on a budget. And one of the weird special features that they do on this, which I'm glad other companies don't do or other movies don't do on a regular basis, is on the making of. Well, you get a couple audio commentaries, which is nice, but there's a code to unlock the making of documentary called Apocalypse on a Budget. So you actually have to go to a website, enter a code, and you can download the right there. You can download the making of, it's well worth downloading. It's a good making of. So there's one right there, The Collapsed. This one here is a German film. And when I first read the review for this, they were saying, oh, don't pick up this film. It's terrible because it's dubbed. There's no subtitles. It's dubbed in English. There's no German subtitles, blah, blah, blah. So I avoided it for a while. And then I saw the Blu-ray and I was like, well, it says right on the back that there's subtitles. So it was only like a buck or two. So I picked it up and sure enough, there it is German with English subtitles. So it's perfectly fine. And that is a Apocalypse, or as it's more widely known, Hell. This is actually the Walmart censored version. For some reason, they took off the word Hell and renamed it Apocalypse. Go figure, it's Walmart. What can you do? So this here has really no special features, but it's cool. Especially the lighting, because it's the end of the world, but like the sun is just like constantly glaring, and the lighting effects on this is just brilliant. It's like when you watch this, you feel like you're out in that sun. You feel like you're in that heat. Um, so it was once the source of life, light and warmth, but now the sun has turned the entire world into baked and barren wasteland. Forests are scorched, animal carcasses line the roads, even the nights are dazzling bright. Marie, her little sister Leonie, and Philip are heading for the mountains in a car with covered windows. Rumor has it there's still water there. Along the way, they run into Tom, a first-rate mechanic who becomes indispensable. But can they trust him? Tension grows in the small group. As if things weren't bad enough, they are lured into an ambush. Their real battle for survival begins. So yeah, the sun plays a really big part in this, and like I said, the lighting of it is really cool. You actually feel like you just feel the heat on these people and how bad it must be. So check out Apocalypse, aka Hell, if you haven't. This is the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. So each disc has a different picture, which is kind of nice. So check that one out. This one here was put out by WWE Studios. Now, I'm a fan of WWE Studios. I think that they do pretty quality stuff, horror-wise and even action-wise. They do the dumb brainless action flicks and whatnot, like 12 Rounds in the Marine, they're nothing special, but hey, they're just fun action films, which, when it comes to action, that's what I want. And that is The Day. This has a really, really good cast, especially Ashley Bell, Dominic Monaghan, and Shannon Sossamon. I'm a huge fan of Shannon Sossamon, and I think she should really be a bigger star than she is, because she's absolutely brilliant. But the highlight in this film is definitely Ashley Bell. She is just one kick-ass, badass girl. Absolutely badass. This film, a group of 5 survivors armed with shotguns, axes, and machetes wander the back roads of a dismantled landscape looking for refuge in The Day, a terrifying look at a post-apocalyptic future. As war ravages humanity, destroying civilization and most of life on Earth, the survivors realize they must do whatever it takes to stay alive. Lost, starving, and exhausted, they seek shelter in a seemingly safe abandoned farmhouse. However, while searching for food and resources, they unwittingly set off a trap, signaling to their ruthless predators lying in wait to begin their deadly attack. With food and ammunition dwindling, the group must make a desperate final stand over a 24-hour period, battling for the ultimate survival. And this also has an actor I'm really enjoying, and he goes by the name of Michael Eklund. He usually plays a creepy dude, and he's like the head of the bad guys in this, and he is definitely a creepy looking dude. But this is really, really fun film. Couple little twists in this film that will probably catch you by surprise that I really, really enjoyed. The ending is just brilliantly awesome. The final scene it's still stuck in my head. I just absolutely love it because it's something I'm not used to seeing in films nowadays. So definitely check out The Day if you haven't. It's a badass movie with a great cast. Special feature wise, you get a commentary with the producer, director, and the secondary producer and the writer, which is a really good commentary. It's fun. Now, next up, actually, Michael Eklund is also in this, but this also has Michael Biehn from Terminator and Far Cry Blood Dragon, the video game. Absolutely awesome. Milo Ventimiglia, Rosanna Arquette, and Lauren Germain. That is The Divide. Now, this movie here is just pure nastiness when it comes down to it. You get this group of people, and you can see how frustrating it must be to just be surrounded by this group of people, and the tensions and the different personalities clash, and it just becomes nasty amongst these people here. So let's see what it says here. As nuclear warheads rain down on Manhattan, 9 strangers barricade themselves in an apartment building's bunker-like basement controlled by the unhinged superintendent. But within days, supplies dwindle, tempers flare, and trapped survivors find themselves overcome by treachery, madness, sexual torment, and savage violence. What follows is intense, it is raw, and is brutally, horrifyingly real. Now, this is actually directed by Xavier Gins. So, yeah, if you're a horror fan, you should know that name right there. You get the audio commentary with Xavier, Michael Biehn, Michael Eklund, and Milo Ventimiglia, which is a really good commentary. Those 4 guys seem to get along pretty well. But just the nastiness that creeps out of this film, especially with the Michael Eklund and Milo Ventimiglia character, they become super nasty in this, especially with Rosanna Arquette. Lauren Germain is, to me, from Hostel 2, if you don't know her, is definitely the standout in this film. She is like the Ashley Bell character in The Day. She's just the one character in this that I really, really enjoyed. And once again, the ending of this sets up for what could be a pretty cool sequel. I hope. That would be really cool. I'd love to see a sequel to this with whoever it is that survives at the end of this film. Maybe there's more than one. You'll have to watch it and find out. But check out The Divide. Awesome, awesome film. And last up here, this one here is a little bit more action-y. and that is a Bounty Killer. Now, I hadn't heard of this movie before it actually came out. I just discovered it like a day or two before it was actually released, and I'd never heard of it coming out. But I know there's a graphic novel of this, and this is supposed to be a trilogy, which after seeing the film, oh yeah, I definitely hope it comes to pass that there is definitely a couple more of these films. This is the screenplays by Jason Dodson, Henry Sane, and Colin Ebling, and was directed by Henry Sane. So you have 20 years in the future, the world is a wasteland, run to the ground by corporations who care nothing about profit. Their selfishness has laid waste to society and they must pay. A special breed of outlaws sets out to extract vengeance from these white-collar criminals. They dispatch their victims in the most creative and bloody ways possible. Top assassin Mary Death is as beautiful as she is lethal, but her main rival, the mysterious Drifter, is setting the bar pretty high in this vicious game of revenge. So, really, really badass action sequences of this. Axes going through people's heads. Lots of different gunfire. You have this guy here who is a gun caddy. Kind of like a golf caddy. He runs around with this guy here and he basically chooses the best weapon to dispose of people with. And just as it says down here, the Road Warrior meets Kill Bill. Usually these little squibs are totally bumbled up and you don't even know why they're on there. But that's a really good one for this film because it is just like the Road Warrior meets Kill Bill. You have a lot of badass action in this. You have the Road Warrior styled vehicle chases and battles and stuff with like the cool souped up cars and things like that and motorcycles. You have a couple different clans because you have the different bounty killers, and they're all kind of a different type of clan. They all come from a different background type thing. Here's an alternative cover for it with Mary Death walking there. This is actually, I believe, the screen debut of Christian Petrie, who actually plays Mary Death. I like to see her in more stuff. She has a good screen presence. Also in this, Matthew Marsden plays the Drifter, Kristanna Loken, Barrick Hardley, Abraham Benrubi, Eve Jeffers, who you may know as the rapper Eve. She's actually that woman there in the skullish looking gypsy type face paint. Beverly D'Angelo, really weird to see Beverly D'Angelo in this. I kept expecting Chevy Chase to show up and I say, hey, let's go on vacation. Kevin McNally and the always fantastic Gary Busey pops up in this. This is a really, really cool apocalyptic action film. This is super cheap. So check this out. It's definitely worth seeing. So there we go. Let me know if you've seen any of these. Let me know what you thought about any of them. I really enjoy all of these. I love what people with no budgets can do. The movies with no budgets that completely amaze me just make me look at Hollywood and think, dude, you just got $300 million to make this film and it still turned out to be a piece of shit. What are you doing? Why is it that you can't make a film for that much worth watching, but somebody with $10,000 can go and make a film that I will watch continuously year after year? So there we go. Check out these apocalyptic films. They're definitely worth seeing, definitely worth having in your collection, especially if you're a fan of apocalyptic films. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. Subscribe. Spread the word. Let's make this global. Take care. And cheers.